Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! You're getting comfortable! Comfortability kills dreams! So get up and go get those guys!
Effing Emily, effing Emily, effing Emily, this a effing Emily, effing Emily, effing Emily, effing Emily, this a effing Emily, effing A, hey, effing A, hey, effing A, hey, effing A, effing A, hey, 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 seen them from a block away, yeah we know they hot, but hey, chilling with them villains, but they BSing from backstage, got that monster AK-47 bullet in your face, got them racks in plenty space, this is grown folks business here, so please stay out the way, and I'm screaming out, Dingle Squad like the haters hate, proving out these jeans, so when we eat, y'all can't even have a plate, this a effing family, so y'all better get out the way, hey, this is effing A, y'all can kick the DNA, put in work with better play, snakes bringing us better days, now we ain't giving up no freebies, y'all just gotta pay, love is love and positivity, it ain't no other way, hey, this is effing A, 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 hey, this is effing
This is Avatar.
What up, everybody?
Welcome to another episode of Serpent Sunday.
It's going to be a great episode.
Heck yeah. Before we get to our guests, we're going to do merch shout-outs, of course. We got our S Balls hats. Shout out to
Forever Kennedy.
and Husbandry Pro.
Hell yeah. Reggie's Urban Jungle.
Old school.
Right.
I was wearing my Reggie shirt like last week or the week before.
Right. Mine just happened to be right up on top.
Oh, yeah. Who we got in the chat? We got the fam, Proxima Reptilis,
Proxima.
Mike and Melissa.
Always good to see you guys.
We got Jordan in the building with
Jordan.
Socios.
Hell yeah.
We got Tara, Voodoo Doll
What's up,
Wheels.
Tara? Always good to see you.
Tara knows her stuff about the rats, so if you got
Big
any
facts.
question about rat husbandry or rat genetics, hit Tara up.
Big thanks.
Duval in the house. What up, Michael?
Duval!
We got Mitzi in the house. Always
up,
good
Mitzi?
to see you, Mitzi.
Absolutely. Ain't a show without Mitzi.
Thomas, what up, bro?
What's
Thomas
happening,
just
Thomas?
bought a snake off us.
Nice. Hell
Appreciate you, Thomas. We got Will from Python Portal.
What's up, Will?
Also, the show Thunderdome with Blue Zombie Morphs.
Right.
We'll be actually sending you to their most recent episode later on when we do the races.
Yeah.
We got James Perry in the house. What up, James and
What's happening,
Charlene?
James? Charlene. Hope you guys are having a great afternoon.
John, Mission Morphs. What's up, John?
What's happening, John?
Appreciate you tuning in, sir.
Definitely.
Brave Adventures, Weichel.
Right within a mug.
Who else? We got Gina and Antonio, 970 in
What's
here.
happening, guys?
We got Jamie from Tire God. Appreciate you, Jamie.
What up, Jamie?
And we got Evolve Exotics. Appreciate you, Evolve.
What's happening,
You've been
Evolve?
tuning in a lot lately. Robinson, what up, Jay? Appreciate you.
What's happening, Jay?
And get your questions ready for Ben and Sean here.
Yeah.
If you guys got any genetic questions you want to answer.
Yeah.
You guys can't tell my profile picture is it's a wolf surrounded by coffee beans and it says King of Coffee because I like coffee. Thanks for clearing that up, bro. I like coffee too.
Same.
Dennis
I
West,
just killed my coffee cup.
right? I'm on the Coke Zero right now. I finished the coffee. Dennis West in here, the Enchi King.
What up, Dennis?
We got C-Dub in the house. What up,
C-Dub?
Christopher? Damn, thank you all for tuning in. We got a lot of you in here
Much
today.
appreciated, everybody.
E Reptile in here.
What up, E?
All right, I think that's it. We got everyone in the chat. So we're going to bring our guests out now. We got Ben and Sean. What's up,
happening,
y'all?
guys?
RGI.
Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Oh,
Can y'all hear me?
Definitely.
Yep, we can hear you both good. Can you guys hear us all right?
Yep.
Sweet. We've been having some kind of issue with our speaker that we just feed our sound through our stereo and listen through our speakers, and sometimes it's been real crackly and weird, so I don't know.
And I think it's just a problem with StreamYard or something, because I listen to the stereo on this thing all day long whenever I'm cleaning rats and stuff.
Yeah,
so,
it never does. But sounds good right now. So
yeah. Fingers crossed it stays that way.
so you guys are all in the same house this weekend, huh? Or at least today.
Yeah, myself, Ben, and Kayla are all in my house today.
That's
Hell
awesome.
I think
Shout
it's
out
the
to
first
Miss
time
Lemon
all,
Bars.
I think it's the first time all three of us have been hanging out together all at one time at the same place.
Oh yeah,
That's cool.
that's awesome.
Hey, I'm
What up,
reverbing
FTZ?
real bad. I can hear everything coming over your speakers.
Uh-oh.
Can you hear it, Ben?
I only hear it when you talk. Oh no, it's doing
Okay.
it when I talk too.
Let's bring our mic a little closer and see if that helps. Our mic, which is also our camera.
Right.
All right, so,
Go ahead and kill this fan.
hey, what's up, Nick? Unlock, guy that did our hats.
What up, Nick?
Appreciate you. Kenny in the house. What up, Spring Creek? Yeah, we just shut our fan off too. Is that better? Can you guys hear us all right?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you fine. We can just hear ourselves as well.
Okay.
It's like an echo. It's either Shawn or echoing.
See if I could turn off any echo cancellation type thing and see what that does. See if that helps.
Test.
Sounds
That
good
seems
over here.
better. That
Okay,
seems a little
okay.
better.
That's
Cool.
better.
Awesome.
What up, Alphabet Man? What up, Jamie? Damn, we got everyone tuning in today.
Right.
So, what we were kind of wanting to talk with you guys about a little bit was like vine breeding and like hitchhiker genes, stuff like that. Basically, I'm like, here's a scenario I'm thinking of, like someone maybe gets a dinker or something they think looks a little different. What are the odds that that could be one gene as opposed to several genes that might be subtle and you don't see anything until maybe you're seeing homozygous forms of several genes? Is that a possibility?
If it's the very first time you see like a specific trait or specific look, and then you only have one animal to look at, yeah, it's going to be hard to know, but you can figure out pretty quickly after one breeding, especially if you have something that has nothing. If you have a normal, which is hard to find, but
Right.
yeah,
Right.
breed normal and breed it, that'll give you some information. Then if you breed an offspring back to the originator, then that helps as well. But yeah, I mean, you definitely can get all kinds of different things if it's a brand new thing out of nowhere. Like if you get it back in the day, we used to get the wild caught, big imports, and if you could pick through the bags before anyone else, you get some funky stuff. And
Right.
so yeah, it's hard. I think that many of the early breeders, I know TSK, I worked with them when I was doing my dissertation. They had many different dinkers come through, and some of them were ones that are well established now, and they got to be the first to work with that morph, and others are ones they played with for 15 or 20 years and just never went anywhere. And so it can be all in between.
Gotcha. That's kind of, yeah, because I'm not you. I want to use. I'm trying to think of a good example, like
Blackhead with red ringer.
red and ringer with blackhead. So it seems like it's got to be going with other things, but yet it seems like you always see it with blackhead. Like,
For me specifically with blackhead, red gene, ringer gene, I mean, if you can't really separate them out and say consistently that you have ringer gene by itself or red gene by itself, then I mean it's kind of hard to know. It could be just variation of blackhead itself. It could be a secondary mutation, kind of like what we get with high OD, where it really, really changes Orange Dream, but maybe it doesn't really affect any other morphs. In Labradors, you have the black labs, chocolate labs, yellow labs. So that's 2 different genes in 2 different places. One can affect color, and the other one can affect, whether the I can't remember. I think it's a dilution gene or something like that. But anyway, it's 2 separate things. And to get those different colors, it's actually how those 2 genes interact with each other. So yeah, it's hard to know if it's something like that, or if it is actually, 2 other separate mutations, but they're just really subtle when they're not with blackhead. I haven't seen, if I could have seen over so many years that people have been working with it, but myself, I haven't seen something like that's makes good sense. It's convincing. Okay, here's ringer gene by itself. Here's red gene by itself. So it's hard to know for sure what's going on there.
Right, and that's kind of what I was saying. Is it seems like you can only really see it good with blackhead,
and they only have the information that they get to work with too. Like if people are mislabeling right off the bat, then that's going to make a big difference in testing too, because they're getting different results for what people are saying because the people aren't IDing it correctly.
Yeah. As we get better technology, as we sequence more animals, there's more things that are more complicated like that we'll be able to unravel. But to this point, even something like the high OD question, we've done a lot of sequencing and trying, and there's just not a clean, obvious thing. But now that technology is just every year keeps getting better and better, it may get to where, we can figure those kinds of things out faster and more cost effectively. But so far, that's just too complicated to be able to make it happen yet.
Yeah, I would say we were talking a little bit with Shawn last time about AI and how AI is going to probably play a role with being able to figure some of this stuff out faster. Yeah,
it definitely has promise. There's some big deals between NVIDIA and Illumina. Those are big companies and a lot of money. They're specifically looking to incorporate AI into sequencing and sequence analysis and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that'll make a big difference. There's little things that we use it for, and over time, I'm sure it will become a bigger and bigger part of being able to figure stuff out. It's pretty amazing. The other day, I was playing with an AI thing and putting in some banana ball python problems. If you get this and that and breed them together, and it was calculating the ratios properly without me saying, what kind of genetic relationship there was. I just gave an example that gave 2 or 3 generations, and the AI is pretty impressive. It's able to do a lot of things. 6 months, a year ago, not so much, but it's getting better and better.
It's definitely moving at a crazy pace, that's for sure.
Yeah.
James was wondering if you guys are getting retic genes mapped out pretty good.
Yeah, we've got a test for orange ghost stripe. We've got a test for pied. We've got samples for several others that we're working on. But yeah, if you have some retic, especially if you have some known morphs, some known sexes, send them in. We will add them. This is a great time. We have a new partner, Hudson Alpha, that we're working with, and we're able to do more faster and more efficiently and all that kind of stuff. So this is a great time to send in sheds. Like we say on our show all the time, we can't do it without you all. If there's something you want a test for, then become your own advocate. Talk to people that have it and get them to send sheds in. If we all of a sudden have 20 or 30 or 40 sheds come in for something, we'll make it happen.
And if it's like, go ahead.
Sorry, I was going to say the holdup used to be that every plate of 96 samples that we sent in had a pretty big dollar amount assigned to it. And now that we have this partnership with Hudson Alpha, that's not a problem anymore. So where we would have to pick and choose back in the day what we were sending off for sequencing data back to try and identify tests, now we can send a whole lot more. I think the entire first 3 years of our business was based on 10 to 12 plates. of information across 3.5 years, and we've already sent them a good 20 to 25 just since the beginning of this year. So it's a whole different level of information now, and thankfully the hobby's really come through. They're sending lots and lots more sheds, and we're able to sequence them a lot quicker and get the data back. In fact, I joke all the time at shows, but I need 2 or 3 more of the Bensonator here because we have more data than we have PhDs to go through it right now.
Right. So how far away are we from like having a true finger test where we could send you a shed and like look for a weird spike or something? I'm not even sure how this actually works, to tell you the truth.
If you are going to send me a sample from one animal, and
it would be a bunch actually.
What's that?
If we have a lot of them actually.
When you say a lot, you mean more than 30?
For each one, probably not quite yet, but
Not quite yet.
There's a few we could probably, we're probably getting 15 to 20.
And hopefully we get supers on 2 of them this year too.
Yeah, so at 10, our likelihood of finding it is pretty low right now. This could change over the next year. I think some of the technology we'll have will make this better. But like as of today, like if you're sending me stuff this month, 10 would take a lot of luck, or if you have an idea that the new mutation is likely allelic or similar to something that we already have a test for. So like if you think it might be in the yellow belly complex or might be in the spider complex or something like that, then we can find it. Like when dark matter came up, we knew right where to look and we found it really quick. When there was a special that was testing negative, but it was clearly a special, and we knew where to look, and it's, you know, in the same gene that the other special is in. And so if we know kind of where to look, then we can do it with less than 10 sheds. But if you have just no idea, it's just a new mutation, it doesn't seem to be allelic with anything so far that you've bred it to. I'd say 10, it's not very likely we'd be successful. 20, maybe. 30 or 40, that's where you're starting to get to where there's a decent chance, especially if you have some supers, some that you think are homozygous. The more of the homozygous ones you can give us, the better chance we'd have. But like we say all the time on our show, every morph test journey is its own thing. Some of them have a lot of bumps, and some of them go in circles for a while, and some of them are straight shots and are easy. You know, it varies a lot.
Yeah, it seems like black pastel is a pain in the butt.
Yes, that's a complicated one.
Let's
Yeah, black pastel. Monsoon took forever. Paint's been a pain in the butt.
We got to send you some homozygous paint sheds, by the way, for research.
Yeah. Yes, the more we can get, the better.
So we got one more retic question. He says he's done with the retic question. He's wondering, with them having localities, will it be possible to genetic test by the locality, or?
So for locality testing, it completely hinges on whether we have a good group of samples to start a database. So if we had, for each locality you wanted to test, if we had 100 individuals that we know came from each of those localities, I could make you an amazing test. If we have maybe 1 or 2 animals from each locality that maybe came from that locality, or maybe they didn't, the test is only going to be as good as the database that it's resting on. So as our technology gets better over this next 6 months to a year, for sure in ball pythons, and then boas, hogs, green trees, retics, berms, I think all of those. And then Shawn and I have a affinity for carpet pythons. All of those are ones that we would like to, whether it's locality or purity or however you want to think about it, we will be collecting data to be able to help us work towards those kinds of tests. But like I said, it just depends on how good the samples are that you design that test from. And that's the part that's difficult, is getting those good samples in.
We were just talking about this today. Sorry, at the kitchen table, literally, about with one of our new hires, Nate, who's going to be working in the lab. And we told Nate we were doing this, but he wanted to go home and get some downtime. So he's been working straight for the last 6 days. So anyway, we were talking about this earlier today, right? The real challenge is finding the sheds. If we can't go and get the samples ourselves, which would be ideal, is finding the sheds from people who are not financially incentivized to give you a line of bullshit, basically. Right?
It'd be nice to find them in their native land, like find native people and be like, yo, can you hand me some sheds? Like
that would be the ideal. And when Ben and I would talk 15 years ago about RGI and where we would like it to go, and ultimately what the two of us would like to do, our plan was to be able to travel the world and take samples of all of these animals out in the wild and bring them back, and then use that material to build incredible databases, right? But so far, we're not big enough to do that yet. So it's like, can we do retic testing now? Yeah, with the new technology, we could, but the reliability of the base samples is the biggest problem. And, there are just so many people out there that are going to tell you that they have something, but they're incentivized to not maybe give you the whole truth because they're going to sell a bunch of animals if it's based on their animals, right? So,
and you can work with the information you have. So,
and that's our problem. That's the biggest problem, is completely unbiased data sets. And maybe we pay for it. Maybe we partner with somebody like Dave Kaufman or somebody who's constantly traveling the world and ask them to collect samples for us. I've actually approached him about that once before. Yeah, but that's what we need. That's what we need. Ideally, for the ideal test. And like Ben said, the more of those samples we can get from a given locality, the better the test would be, for sure.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, the more data, the better, more accurate it's going to be.
Exactly. The better data, the better results, too.
So I'm pretty sure the answer to this is yes, but it's just like what we're saying. You guys need more data. I'm sure more sheds, and I have a feeling there's going to be multiple tri-stripes too. Personally, just some different looking ones.
Yeah, they definitely could get expensive and complicated if there's multiple lines, and that's what people have brought up. That could be part of the problem. But yeah, we definitely are working on tri-stripe, and it's been difficult. But we'll keep at it, and send in sheds. More
you got it.
Exactly.
Especially visuals. I'd say with tri-stripe
results,
we especially need homozygous or visual tri-stripes, not really hets anymore.
And I know I've heard the standpoint of some people that work these projects where they're like, I don't want to send in sheds. I don't want there to be a test for this because I want the value to stay up. And if there's a shed test, then it's going to lower the value of my project. That's what I've heard some people say.
But if you're adding the right stuff into your project, then the value is always going to be there.
If you got unique enough ingredients,
Yeah, I mean, there's different ways to do things. Myself, I definitely would want to be able to add as many things to tri-stripe as I could, and there's no way you can do that without testing. You will get left in the dust for sure compared to other projects, and if there is no test for it because you want the price to stay up, it also might mean that other people get excited about other things that is moving fast. I don't know, they might be right, but for me, I would want to be able, whatever it is I'm working, I want to be able to add everything that I can to it, and being able to do a genetic test makes that 10 times faster.
I agree. We definitely take advantage, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Would you have to get a CITES permit or get anything like that just to get samples, like shed samples? If you would,
so
that could get costly then.
If it's on the CITES list, yeah. If it's not on the CITES list, then no. The bigger challenge is just what are the laws in that particular country? Like Australia in particular, Ben mentioned, we're both carpet heads. Man, I would love to go to Australia and take samples of wild carpets, take a couple months, travel the country, go herping every day for a couple months and just collect sample after sample. It's getting the genetic material out of the country, Right.
You almost have to post up an RGI Australia or something.
Right. Do it.
Well, and then there might be some legal questions, even that, right? Is it legal to send the data? I don't know.
Wow.
Australia is so protective of their unique wildlife that they may actually have some laws that would get in the way of that.
Gotcha.
Wow, I didn't think about that part. I wouldn't doubt it either, too. Huh.
If any country did, it would be Australia.
Absolutely it
For
would,
sure.
right?
Yeah, Australia's got a lot of species.
I mean, they got a lot to protect over there, though. Like, just look at how bad rabbits affected them for a while and shit. Like, cats.
Nice, thanks, John. Definitely collect more sheds and send them in. And I think if they have a shed that they're sending in, they need to label it as for research, right? And put what they believe it is.
Yeah.
No, it's
So if you're sending it just for research, if you go to our website, it'll say help us or help us design new tests. And that's a post office box that's in Virginia. So that'll come straight to me. If you're already sending some sheds to do testing with us and you want to add some for research, then those I would write really big on there, research, and say, visual tri-stripe. And that way, visual paint. I heard you said you're sending them. So yeah, make it really obvious, because if you send it to Texas, then the first thing they're going to be doing is try to get samples run for people that have paid for tests. So if you just write really big research, then they can just set it in a pile and they'll send it to me. They usually send stuff to me a couple of times a month, and I'll get that into the research sequencing. So
it's also really important that you guys include your contact information and all that. It's super important. If we just get a random shed that's labeled tri-stripe, we don't know who it's from, how reputable that person is in the industry, we can't use it. Even if it is an actual tri-stripe shed, if it's not from a source that we believe has what they think they have, then and the problem lies in, we can send off 100 tri-stripe sheds, but if 10 of them are not actually visual tri-stripes, and we tell the software that they all should have it, it screws the whole run up, and that's the real problem. So we need contact information. Ben might call you and say, can you send me a photo of this animal, to verify with his own eyes what he thinks he's looking at. But it's that serious. I mean, when we send things off to Hudson Alpha, and this has actually happened recently, and they run it for us, and some of the sheds are mislabeled, it's a real problem. And they spend a lot of money and time and effort only to come back and go, hey, clearly you guys screwed this one up. And,
So please, if you're sending in a shed for research purposes, make sure that's what it is.
And make sure you got your name and your email
All
or
that
phone number,
contact
some
information
kind of
stuff.
contact info.
Right.
If you're sending in a research shed expecting to get a result for that mutation, I can't use it for research.
Right. Exactly.
That happens all the time.
People always want to get something for nothing,
Right.
So has monsoon test ever came back negative when it was actually hit?
And not that I'm aware of. We haven't had that problem a single time yet. I mean, it's new enough that, maybe some females that tested haven't bred yet. But yeah, I haven't seen that. The only issue I'm aware of were two animals, and I didn't test them myself. There were ones that Charlie tested homozygous for monsoon, but were not visual monsoons. I haven't had that come through. So yeah, I mean, it seems to be a very, like, we all work together. It seems like a very good test. But like we always say, we're going for 99% accuracy. If someone's telling you that they can guarantee it's, well above that, I mean, there's no test that's 100%. That's for sure.
If anything was going to be 100%, it would be golden. We only get 5 9s. 99.999.
Well, and the reality is, with our business, if you question a result, reach out to us and say, hey, I have a question. And you know what? Our first response is, cool, I'll run it again. No extra charge, just to double check, right? And the reality is more often than not, one of two things has happened. Someone on our end made a data entry error, which is usually, honestly, me. If I'm updating hundreds of samples a day and I do 2,000 in a week, there's a fairly good chance I may mess one or two of them up.
Right. That's a numbers game.
It's just a numbers game, right? It's a fair chance of that happening. But the other thing that can happen, and we've proven this multiple times, is particularly with people that send in large groups of sheds, is they put the wrong damn shed in the bag. People get confused, and it happens a lot. And we're a genetics testing company. If we do the work, we can prove that they put the wrong shit in the bag.
Right. Let's have a blah, blah, blah.
Right. So, as long as everybody's cool and hey, give us a chance to take a second look. If it doesn't look correct on the second look, then the next step is me going, hey guys, send me some photos. What do you got?
Right.
Hey, you know what? That actually does look like this. Why don't you send me the parents? And then we'll test the parents. I mean, it's typical kind of customer service chasing down the problem to try and identify what's happening. And look, that's how we found secondary mutations in some of these genes, right? It's how we figured out lesser and butter are actually different, right? Because we have visual bells testing as het lesser. And it makes us go back to the drawing board and look again and make sure we're not missing something new.
Yes, those are different.
Right. And on top of that, by the way, we did a recent test that was a girl that was sold to us as a lesser Mandarin clown. We did a full panel on her.
Plus
She
monsoon.
tested negative for Mandarin through Charlie. So we figured, well, let's test for the rest of the stuff. Plus monsoon. She wound up being a butter clown, not lesser, and het for monsoon. So
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, that's really good.
So then we sent in one of her kids, and it's a funky stranger clown. And we're like, what the heck is going on with this? We sent it in for the monsoon test. Boom. Came back monsoon.
Stranger's the perfect name for that gene.
Right.
Dude, it's so all over the place.
It's all over the place.
It is.
It's cool though.
It's one of my favorites.
I think that's one thing that I like about it is the unpredictability. Like you can have a reduced one next to a busy, crazy one, next to a standard one. Standard.
And that's another one. You guys don't have a test for stranger yet, and it's kind of up in the air if there's a visual homozygous form or if it's more of a pinstripe or leopard type thing. Or
Yeah, I don't think anyone's proven that out with a breeding. They thought they had a super stranger or homozygous stranger and bred it and got all strangers. I'm not aware of someone doing that yet.
Gotcha.
I haven't heard
But yeah,
that yet.
that's a test we're working on. And someone was asking about androgenesis, unlocked morphs, talking about androgenesis. So those of you that don't know, I think ball python breeders are decent number of us have heard of parthenogenesis, where it's only the female's genetics that make the offspring. There is no dad. It is possible to have offspring born that only has genetics from the dad and no genetic contribution from the female, which is crazy, but it can happen every once in a long while. And we have verified that a couple of times now where that has happened. So yeah, we can test for it. It takes a long time and does cost a decent amount. If you let us know what the pairing was and what the conclusion was, there may be some things there. Like with parthenogenesis, there's a breeding. The person bought the animal being 100% het desert ghost because the sire was a desert ghost, and when we tested it, it was negative. And the person that bought it was mad at the breeder. The breeder was, saying it has to be because the sire was. But anyway, the female was also leopard. And so we were able to test it for leopard and desert ghost again. The second time it tested negative for desert ghost again. It tested homozygous for leopard, and it was a female. So then we knew, okay, yeah, this is partho. And that's why, even though the only sire that was in there was a visual desert ghost, but it's not het desert ghost because it got no genetic contribution from the sire. It's a parthenogenetic offspring. So there are things we can do to make it. We're pretty sure it would be andro, but to do a really full blown where we're completely sure, it would take some time and some money. So it'd have to be kind of a special circumstance. And that's another thing, as technology gets better, maybe 6 months or a year from now, it's something we can offer, and it'll be cost effective. But right now it's a little expensive and time consuming to do.
So with parthenogenesis and androgenesis, like any gene that shows up will be a homozygous form, right?
So if a female is a leopard, you would get either a normal or you would get a super leopard. You can't get the het, at least parthenogenesis, how it normally happens. You're getting, so you take all the eggs from that female, half of them have the leopard gene, half of them have the normal. And what happens in parthenogenesis is there's no sperm that comes and gives the second bit. It's that egg doubles. So if it doesn't have leopard and it doubles, then you're going to get a normal. If it does have leopard and it doubles, you're going to get a homozygous leopard. What you usually will not get from a partho clutch or a partho animal would be a heterozygous. And because females are XX, the sex chromosomes, if you have parthenogenesis, then they're all going to be female, because there is no Y chromosome, since the dad none of his DNA got in there. So they'll all be female, and they'll be either homozygous or negative for any morphs that are there. And then the other thing that I would watch for, if you think you might have partho, is if the clutch, some of the eggs crash or some of the babies hatch out and are really weak. That's really common in partho clutches. And it's also very common to have a partial partho clutch, where maybe there's 6 babies and only 1 or 2 of them are partho and the rest are sexual reproduced. So you'll see in 3 or 4 of them, they have one of the genes from the dad, and they're male. So they're not partho, but there could be a couple of females in there that are homozygous for something that shouldn't be possible. That's partho.
Gotcha.
And Trevor, yes, we did talk about tri-stripe a little bit ago. They are still trying to get the tri-stripe worked out. It probably is going to be multiple lines, so that's probably why they're having a hard time figuring that one out.
That would definitely make it more complicated.
Yeah, Nick's pretty sure he's hit andro clutches and partho clutches in his first 3 years of breeding. That's crazy. I think we've hit 1 partho clutch in our 5 seasons.
Yeah, like you said, we had most of them crashed right off the bat, and then the one we had 2 of them that crawled out of the egg and died, just really weak,
and then really crazy looking.
Yeah.
You could tell they were just.
It was several super stacked on each other. It would have been dope if they would have came out, but
yeah,
definitely think
that's. I had I think two partho clutches in 25 years of breeding ball pythons.
Damn.
I didn't have any andro that I knew, I could tell obviously. Andro seems to be a lot less frequent. For Justin at Canova, we've had many different partho babies born over the years. We've been working with them closely. And I think we've had 2 that seem very sure that are andro. So it's a lot. It's uncommon, but does happen to get partho. It's really uncommon to get andro, but yeah, it can happen.
That is crazy.
Yeah, I hadn't even heard of andro until I think you guys did the show about a year ago or whatever on it.
I never heard of it.
Wow, I didn't know that was even a thing.
Yep. It's pretty crazy. And then with that, you are getting a genetic contribution from the male that does have an X and a Y. And there are a couple of different ways. I was talking to Dr. Warren Booth about it. He's done some publishing scientific papers on parthenogenesis and androgenesis. And so, you can have an egg that's empty, doesn't have any DNA in it, which obviously isn't normal. It doesn't happen very often. But if you have an empty egg, a sperm goes in and then it doubles, then you have the same thing as you had with partho. And a YY embryo likely wouldn't live. And so once again, even though it's androgenesis, you would still in that case likely only get females. But the other thing that can happen is you can have an empty egg and have 2 sperm hit it. And if that happens and the genetic contribution's all from the dad, but it's 2 different sperm, then you can get an X and a Y. So you could get a male or you could get 2 X's. And once again, if you got 2 Ys, that embryo would probably die. But so with androgenesis, you could actually get a male.
Wow. I didn't realize that you could get 2. It makes sense that you could get 2 sperm in there because there's 2 opportunities, but I just never even thought of it that way. That's crazy.
Yeah. Fun stuff.
Right.
Nick says he's busted out some of Warren Booth's papers to prove points a few times. Nice.
It's cool that when there is something that's in reptiles, that it was awesome to see. I think within the last year, they got some at least national, if not international attention, where they did a paper talking about Partho and some crocodilians. And then obviously some like media tying that to, Jurassic Park, Finding a Way or whatever. But yeah, it's pretty cool to see when reptiles can make it into academics and into the mass media. And they were able to do that with that crocodilian Partho paper.
Nice. So how many carpets, like morphs, are you looking at trying to map out? Like, I'm not too familiar with carpets. How many, is it as crazy as ball pythons or?
There's maybe six or 8.
Yeah.
Inheritable
it's
mutations.
More like berms.
Gotcha. So that wouldn't be too tough for you guys to map those out then, huh?
Just getting enough sheds.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And I guess it's not as many people working carpets as ball pythons, unfortunately, probably. So.
For sure. Yeah, there's a lot of ball pythons out there. What's that?
The good news is several, if not all, it's got to be most of the mutations in carpets are probably in very similar to even identical locations to where we've already found them in ball pythons, right? So an albino carpet, which is probably the most stunning visual, right, is going to be in the same general location as albinism where we found it in other places. The jaguar carpet python is a spider ball python. It's going to be somewhere on that gene, right? Granite exists, right? And so we would have to figure out, is that related to monsoon? Is it in there? Is it, I can't think of another ball python mutation other than monsoon that would be close to granite. Xanthic, there's a xanthic line or anerythristic, whatever you would choose to call it. It's likely in one of the same 3 or 4 locations that we've already found at ball python. So once we get the sheds, they may actually fall faster just because we've already successfully found them in some other places. So
Right.
And is that just because they're both pythons, or would it be any other? Like, is an albino always found like on a same location for every creature? Like,
yeah, there's like about a dozen albino, like there are a dozen genes that play a part in the melanism pathway, so to have the correct black pigmentation. So if you like look up like albinism in mammals or whatever, they'll usually be like ACA1, ACA2, ACA3, ACA4. They also have other names for them. But if you look up at those other names, then it's going to be, like the TYR is the one that is the published for the ball python albino. And then ACA2 is what lavender albino and ball pythons is in. I mean, that's the same in mice. It's the same in, the deer that's on Dexter, the Dexter, it's going to be the same mutation that's going to go across different vertebrates. Zebrafish, the African clawed frog. Like you can look across at all these different species if they have hypo or if they have albino or axanthic or whatever. A lot of the time it's going to be in the same gene or genes that you see it in other animals.
You can find piebald in quite a few different species too.
Yep.
Yeah, that's really cool that you can just look kind of in the same location
area
for every species. That really helps for narrowing it down quickly.
Well, so I was trying to think of some of the other carpet mutations. There's a stardust and diamonds. I don't know what that would be close to. What else am I missing out on? We got jagranite, zebra. Zebra's another one. So I don't know what that would be related to in a ball python. Maybe that's the one that's closer related to monsoon in a ball python. I'm not saying that they're all related, right? I mean, they could clearly be different mutations, but so many of them seem like the commonalities are there that we should be able to find them pretty quickly. We probably don't need 50 sheds. We can probably find them with a dozen. And I mean, I personally have 2 visual albinos in my collection right now. So,
and you might not have an answer for this, but why are there so many mutations for ball pythons compared to, it seems like, anything else out there?
It's just a numbers game. We were importing like tens of thousands every year. If there's the ball python has a very wide distribution in Africa. There's lots of individuals. The people in Africa learned very quickly that if they found weird ones, they could get a lot of money for them. So there's people there that have the time to go out and find them and figured out a way to sell them to crazy people in the United States or Europe or whatever. So I think that's a big part of it is just the numbers. There are just so many. Also, some species are like, if you look at a ball python versus an Amazon tree boa, an Amazon tree boa has quite a bit of variety even within the same litter, but that's not really based on single mutations. So that's more like a polygenic thing. Whereas in ball pythons, it seems like a lot of the color and pattern traits are based on single mutations that are either recessive or incomplete dominant or dominant. So that's another thing that we're kind of lucky with ball pythons. There's a lot of them, and the color and pattern mutations that are popping up in the wild do seem to be where a single change is changing how that animal looks on the outside, versus like with Amazon tree boas, if you really wanted to make all just red, like you wanted a litter of just all red Amazon tree boas, I think you're going to have to line breed that for several generations. And even then, I don't know if you could not pop out a garden ever or not pop out a yellow one or whatever. So it's not like there is a red gene, and if you get 2 reds, you breed them together, you get all reds. It's just a very different, and why that is genetically or evolutionarily, I don't know for sure, but they just seem to, kind of with green trees too, it's a lot of the blues and yellows and calicos. It's not like they can, get a het for that and breed 2 together and consistently make them. It's something they kind of have to line breed towards. So we're lucky with ball pythons that color and pattern genetics seem to be simple and easy to reproduce.
I think part of the discovery is a ball python normal to normal. You get a brown and black snake with some little white highlights, but it's a pretty discernible pattern without a lot of variation. Whereas as a carpet python fanatic, I'm fairly certain. I was just having this discussion with Michael Pinnell in Daytona last weekend, and I'm fairly certain people have produced yellow belly carpets or fire carpets or things over the years, but because they vary so much in a given clutch, I mean, you go from butt ugly, horrible, nasty to holy shit, this thing is amazing, all in the same clutch, right? So are you dealing with a mutation there, or is it, most people just assume it's just normal carpet variability, but I bet some of us have overlooked some of the more subtle mutations over the years because you can't really tell because they vary so much anyway, right? You don't have the eye for it. Whereas in a ball python, they don't vary very much. They have a very base look to them, and even the smallest change, if you know what to look for, is fairly obvious, you know. And carpets just aren't like that. And there are several other species that way. Like retics are kind of the same way. They're already such an intricately patterned species normally anyway, but they do vary quite a bit. And the little subtle things, you know, that you can miss them and not even know what you're looking at. I think with carpets in particular, that's been our big problem. I'm hoping that with some of the more advanced tech, we can look in the place where yellow belly and fire exist on large groups of carpet pythons and maybe go, hey, Fred, you should call Ben because you both have this same mutation in your collection, and maybe try and make some magic happen, you know?
That would be awesome, right? Be able to get people to make the homozygous form, basically. That would be really cool.
Right.
So I'm assuming the fire and yellow belly and carpets don't make white snakes, or you probably don't know yet. It sounds like because you're.
They could, right? The thing is how many of those guys keep those animals back and breed them to each other? And as a carpet breeder, I really didn't do that very much. I sold almost every offspring I produced, and I would keep one or two of the best looking babies, and I very rarely bred them to each other. I bred them to other things to make more attractive looking offspring, right? So I don't know. My gut tells me that we've overlooked a few of the more subtle things that probably would have popped up had we been able to see them, but you just can't see. You can't tell. I mean, there's the normal polygenic variation that Ben was talking about is so prevalent, particularly on the carpets. It's going to be very easy to overlook unless it's a crazy mutation. There's a reason why granite and zebra were found because, okay, you cannot miss it when it shows up in a homozygous animal, right? So if somebody produces a white carpet python that survives, there's a highly, I would say a pretty good probability we just found yellow belly in carpet pythons, you know, or some blue-eyed Lucy mutations in carpet pythons.
And life is always throwing out these mutations, like trying to find something that is better for evolving, right? So like, I'm sure we're missing a bunch of it.
So we got a question. Is there any morphs that you guys have found in ball pythons that do the same thing as acid and confusion, putting the pattern on the belly?
That's a good question. We mostly just look at sheds, so I don't have a great answer for that. I think leopard, sometimes you'll get some cool belly coloration on some leopard and leopard combos. Static is likely similar or the same to either acid or confusion. I think there's one other as well, but yeah, those seem to be the cool. I don't know, maybe some of the granite ones, some of the granite mutations, maybe somebody watching knows if some of them have that, but yeah, it's definitely cool looking, the acid and confusion combos that have that black belly or really dark. That's pretty awesome.
And I think she's working a dinker project too, and that's why she's asking that, because it's doing the same thing as the confusion and acid to the belly.
There's a interesting video out from Lori Barczyk. They put a series of them out in the last week or so of what it's a they call it mystery, I think. And it was Brian's kind of last project before he passed.
I did see that. Right.
And they've got really crazy side patterns too, all the way down to the belly. Really weird, unique looking animals. That's just kind of if you guys are curious, you go check the videos out. I don't know if they have pictures of all of the offspring out of the eggs yet, but I'm dying to see that when it comes out because they definitely look different. There's something weird about them.
Definitely have to check them out.
You guys have any more questions for Ben or Shawn in the chat? Don't call it zipper. It's more like hexagonal spider webbing all over the belly. Huh?
That's awesome.
And did you, by chance, Tara, just to be sure, did you test it for acid and confusion and that?
So we only have an acid test. I don't know of a confusion test. But yeah. And also the other question I would ask is, where did it come from? Is it, from something that just popped out in a clutch, or something that you got from someone else and you're reproducing it? But yeah, that's awesome.
Definitely rest in peace to Brian Barczyk.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You got a lot of people in this hobby. That's right.
The first time I talked to Brian Barczyk in person was probably about 2005. He was setting up at the Anaheim NARBC, and I probably talked to him for 45 minutes. He just kept, prepping his table, but he didn't know me from anyone, and I was just another vendor and came up and started talking to him. I know different people have different opinions about him, but I mean, I was very impressed and had a lot of respect for the fact that he was willing to just talk about snakes with some random person at the show. And the thing that he wouldn't do, though, is he would not cut me a deal no matter what. I was like, no, that's the price. Sorry, that's the price. Like, he was not one of the vendors that would cut you a deal, but he was very cool to talk to.
I remember seeing Brian at shows in South Florida vending like literally like one table, maybe two at a time in 1999, 2000. That was the first time I met Brian back then. Anyway, go check the video out. It's pretty cool. They definitely have some new stuff going on over there.
Nice. And that Legacy Aquarium is amazing. Like, it came out awesome. So I can't wait to go check that out. Actually, I wanted to get to this one. He's asked about home testing. A time when we'll be able to determine both morph and sex of ball pythons at home with a simple instant test.
So Sean's heard me answer this question before. So the way to think about home testing is the cost for developing. So could a at-home test be developed that would work well in many different people's hands and have high accuracy? Yes. The cost to develop that test is very high. So if you think about the tests that we have simple at-home tests for, those are ones where there's millions of tests being done. So if let's say there's 1 million run a month, well, you just take $1 from each of those tests, and that's, $1 million you have to go towards research and development. So if it's a pregnancy test, if it's a COVID test, you've got millions of people that want that answer, then you have the money to develop any test is expensive. And if you want it to be, highly accurate, cost effective, and time efficient, it's going to have a decent turnaround. Those three things, each of those, the better you make that for the customer, the more expensive it is for you to make that design. And if you want all three of those to be, optimal, you're talking millions of dollars. That's not something you can do for $5,000 or $10,000 or even $100,000. So yeah, I would love if there was, 1 million tests a month for reptiles, but there's just not. So, but if technology gets better and better, maybe 5 years from now or 10 years from now, maybe Nate that's just starting with us, maybe in 10 or 15 years, something comes along that's new technology, we can jump on and do that. But yeah, for an at-home test, it's that's an untrained customer would be able to run by themselves. That would be difficult. Now, if you're willing to spend some time and money to buy some equipment and pay for getting through the learning curve, then some simple tests you could do at home by yourself. That certainly is possible, but that requires thousands of dollars up front and time, and you have to be okay with failing for a while until you can finally make it work consistently. It's not a simple thing, but yeah, so it's possible, but not very likely in the short term. I'm hopeful with better technology over the long term that would be a possibility.
Right. Because what I would kind of picture is like you take like a little shed sample, you put it in a little vial with some kind of liquid, it turns a color, and if it turns this color, it's got
like a cocaine test,
or like cocaine pregnancy, whatever.
Looking for two stripes here.
Right, something like that.
Yeah.
COVID That's like,
Yep. And to make it that simple and, foolproof and accurate, all that stuff, it's just very expensive.
yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Ram
And once again, you have to make sure you're getting the correct information for the research too.
Yeah. Yep. Whatever we're using to design has to be right. That's for sure.
Fucking Nick, I give all my snakes cocaine.
I advise against that.
So I think they are still working on a scrambler test. I think that's another one that's really throwing them for a loop.
So I've kind of had like a weird idea about scrambler. What if it's window with high intensity involved?
And they're like, "What's window?"
Indeed. I've heard of window.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not something that's coming out clean for us, and it seems to have popped up, different places. It's very possible it could be like axanthic, where there's 3 different axanthics that are in 3 different genes on 3 different chromosomes. That'll make it really hard to find any of those, let alone all 3. Or it could be even where it could be on 7. I mean, who knows? Or it could be that it is, multiple things that you have to line breed for. I mean, I just don't know. I'm going to keep getting samples, and I'm going to keep running them. And like we've said a few times, as technology gets better, we hope that we can have a more clean story for you. But so far, the work we've done on Scrambler, we don't have like an obvious target to go for yet.
It's so like the high part of high OD, right? It could be just some other polygenic thing, right? Who knows? And the problem is for us identifying what an actual scrambler is to use it as a research set. How many of those are scramblers, but they're not, and then that screws the research run a little bit, didn't scrambler show up in an OD animal or something like that originally, and it seems to really pop in other ODs. I mean, that's a really complicated location anyway, right? And so we can't find the high part of high OD. Can't seem to find scrambler. It just seems like kind of a complicated mess. Honestly, that's going to take some time to sort out.
Right. I also heard that it could have popped up in Tom Barnhart's Black Pastel too. So that's also a hard one to test. So
You're right.
I mean, if it is an actual scrambler and it's that far removed from any of the other stuff, then it would probably make it easier because we know what we're looking at, right? But it just seems to me every time I see an amazing scrambler animal, it's OD or high OD combo of some sort.
It does seem like that. Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, the really good examples always.
Well, if nobody else has any questions, these guys have been giving us an hour of their time, and that's what I asked for. So we definitely appreciate you guys coming on here and giving us your time and your knowledge. Definitely appreciate it.
A lot of learning. Thank you.
Yes, good questions. It's always fun hearing other people be excited about the nerdy things that I like. So I love it.
Hell yeah.
Mission Morphs mentioned the John Berry Pass. That's who we were talking about earlier, right? Ben, you wrote the foreword or something to his last book, didn't you?
I wrote a chapter about genetic testing in ball pythons.
Nice.
That book was released and he died just a couple days later.
That's tragic, man. I'm glad he got the book released though.
Yeah,
before he passed.
Yeah, it at least made it to the States. I don't know if they've started shipping it out yet, but yes, Proxima, good to see you there.
That's a great show. If you guys haven't made the trip to go to SEER, you should check it out. It's an up and coming. It's a really good show.
We definitely want to go to one. Yeah. Are you guys going to be going to all the SEERs or?
We've been to the last 3, so we plan to continue going.
Heck yeah.
It's a great feel there, a great vibe. Some shows I feel like the people walking through are having a good time and the vendors not so much. And sometimes it's the other, like the vendors seem like they're happy, but the people walking through don't seem that engaged. But SEER, it's like both groups, like,
Nice.
like people there are happy and excited. The vendors seem to be overall happy and excited. It's a really good uplifting feel.
The master stroke that Bob did for that show is he got a monster to vend and give out free monsters to everybody at the show all day long. So everybody's just amped up and wired and having a really good time because you're drinking free monsters all day. So it was a master stroke for that. It was perfect.
Awesome. And I mean, it's great advertisement for them too, because like every one of somebody's pictures, they got a monster they're holding or somebody else in the background.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were everywhere. That's for sure. Shout out to Monster.
And before we let you guys go, we did have one other question, if you guys don't mind. So in regards to granites, does Ben or Shawn believe they can be the same genes or all in a complex?
Yeah, I think it's very possible. It could be that they're in the same, or it could be like axanthic, where they're in different spots but do similar things. We really don't know until we do breeding trials and or figure out a test. If we can find one of them and design a test for it, and then we can sequence in that gene the other granite ones, then like with spider, once we knew where one of the spider mutations was, we found all the others because it's right there in that same gene. So it would be kind of nice, like from a test development standpoint, if they're all in the same spot, but they might not be. They might be like axanthic and they're in different places, even though they do a similar, they have a similar look at the end of the day. They might not be actually related to each other. And we just won't know unless breeders do the breedings, or we can sequence one of them and then sequence for all the others. So
I did get a commitment from one vendor at the Daytona show, but I won't mention their name because I don't know if this was intended as public information or not, but they've committed to sending me a lot of that granite project. They have multiple animals. And I was like, please send me every shed you've got. I'll sequence every one of them because we want to get to the bottom of it. And as Ben said, if we can find one, then that gives us a target to really do a deep dive and spend a little money to try and sort it out. And if it's just that's the only thing we see on that gene, then that'll be pretty telling to answer that question. You're right. That'll mean
Grim
that
sheds.
Yeah, Grim's another one. Yeah.
Yeah. Grim, like all
I got a bunch of shrapnel from Matt at Steel City Feeders. There's a few that are starting to come through. Tornado, Cosmos, different. Those are all ones we would love to have more sheds from.
Oh, he's going to go off our granite. So this is a AK-47. That's what we're calling it, and it's mixed with blackhead and just granite, basically. The basic granite or hidden gene Woma granite or whatever.
Yep.
Cool.
That's what I'm talking about.
So we should have super forms of that AK.
Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
So also, I was wondering if granite could just be a trait like yellow or something, It could be something that happens.
It's possible. Yeah, the granite countertop, that was great. Unlock Morphs.
That made me laugh. That was hilarious.
All righty. Well, we're going to let you guys go. Let you guys get back to hanging out and partying.
Definitely appreciate your time and your sponsorship and everything.
Definitely.
Huge shout out to you guys.
Right.
Awesome. Evolve Exotics says they got a clutch. They got some sheds coming. We appreciate it. We'll cross our fingers for good results for you. We always hope we have more good news than bad news.
Definitely.
That's part of why I try to do most of the results myself still personally, right? Is like Ben makes the call, so he gets the joy of like seeing that guy who's trying to hit that quad hit, right? And like when I get to actually update him, it's the same thing. Like I've been doing this for 30 years. And when that guy hits that one animal, I just, every once in a while, I'll leave a little note that's like, rock on, great. That's great news, man. And then there's the exact opposite. That guy's trying to hit the quad hit and gets none of them. And you're just like, oh no. But I think that's what I love the most about my job is even though I'm not producing animals right now, I still get to feel like I'm in the game a little bit. I get to see the successes that people are having and, some of the failures, unfortunately.
That's always nice. So I bet when someone hits you up, yeah, man, I'm so happy this was positive for this and this. Like,
Oh yeah, definitely.
yeah, it made my day when we found out we had monsoon in our collection and didn't even know it. So
We did that for Will at Royal Canadian the other day. Fred, he sent us a bunch that he had kind of traced that bloodline back, and there was a chance that he would have some het monsoon in there. Sure as shit, half the babies were het monsoons, and he never would have known had he not tested them. He just happened to hear that one of the parents tested like 1 or 2 generations back, that where he had bought it from, and yep, half of the clutch was het.
Wow, that's cool.
Fun stuff.
well, we're going to start our races. You guys are free to stay and check that out, or if you guys want to go and socialize or whatever you were doing before, then you're more than welcome to do that.
Well, we appreciate it. It's been fun.
Awesome.
Hell yeah. It's been great having you guys on. Thank you again for your time.
Thanks again,
Thanks, you
Ben.
guys. Appreciate y'all.
Hell yeah.
You guys have a great afternoon.
You too.
Oh, that was
Oh,
a
yeah.
good talk, man. Lots to learn.
Appreciate
Lots to
those
learn.
guys so much, man. And
Absolutely.
we're going to be giving away a RGI test today for these races.
Oh, yeah.
So if you are interested in getting a free test, make sure you stick around here.
You guys don't get to see the bag.
Oh, shit. Why not?
There's magic on the bag. Oh.
So there's the prizes at the bottom. That's what we're going to be playing for. If you've never seen this, basically we're going to be, if you're a Patreon member, you get free racers. If you're a prize sponsor, you also get racers.
And all of our Patreon is just a savings account. Every dollar goes to his future purchase.
Yep. So it's not, you ain't losing no money with it. You
Right.
only
If
got
you-
stuff to gain.
If you like what we're
Oh.
doing, then yeah. And also, that's how you know about the good stuff first.
So first race, you guys go ahead and vote in the chat what you want to race.
What are we racing? What are we racing?
Oh, nice. Nick got a surprise puzzle.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
Because we were smoking a blunt, man. Didn't you see it? What up, Sammy?
What's happening?
Pink Panther. Back in time. Hell yeah, Antonio and Gina. All right. Close race, but looking like kitties. Oh, shit. Guys want to race those kitties. Oh, maybe not. Tied up now.
Oh, shit.
Who's going to win? Who's going to win? Oh, she's doing good, Sammy. She's eating every time.
Yeah, she's a pig.
She's a pig. She's actually right here. She just ate last night.
Yep. Cards flipped because she ate last night. Yeah, like unfortunately, this one didn't eat last night.
I was like, yeah, there was a few that didn't eat last night.
Right.
But more and more are eating now, so
Yeah.
it's just that time of year. All right, so kittens it is.
And big shout out to Gage over at Clown Scientist. He got booted from his house and shit. Luckily, his house is okay. Dealing with
Hopefully
the
his
fucking
snakes
Reno,
and-
Nevada fire shit.
Yeah,
Fucking
had to evacuate.
they cut power and shit.
Hopefully his
Fucking-
shit ain't getting too hot, man.
Sounds like everything's still standing.
So the racers I'm loading on here now is all of our Patreon members, racers, as well as our prize sponsor racers, which is 125 now. All right, and we're going to have you go to Riven's Forge video from his birthday and wish G-Paw a happy birthday or happy late birthday, something to that effect. And G-Paw didn't do his show today because he's not feeling good, so make sure you keep him in your thoughts there, and hopefully he's doing okay. This is my honey-do list. And then Nick's like, you got a type of melon type? A list of just a type of melon? Nick is such a smartass, and I love it.
Hell yeah. Better than being a dumbass, right?
Better than being a dumbass. What up, Patrick?
What up, Pat?
Yes, I know, Kenny. I've been busy. I'll get that. I need to get that done, man. He's talking about that higher tier.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I need to get that knocked out. What should we call it? We need another stoner reference or stoner movie to reference for that top tier. He's all, oh, I'm also a dumbass.
Hello, brother.
All right, let's see who we got over here in the comments. Video. Oh, yeah, and of course, first three that comment will get the extra racer. Looks like James Perry, Spring Creek, and 970 were the first three.
Yeah. Nice opinions.
Right?
You got time machines and they're wasting them on this.
All right, and then after that, we got Nick, just a little bit too late. Sorry, Nick. I know it's rigged.
Hella big.
Nick, Jordan, Mike Snyder.
I think at least 3 out of 4 out of that clutch came out of the A's when I showed them off.
Sure. Tire God, Robinson, Jamie Lasalle.
Yeah, who don't like baby snakes, right?
Voodoo, Mitzi, Orphan.
So the pairing on this clutch was Coral Glow, Leopard, Stranger, Clown. Didn't forget Clown this time. To a special blackhead, yellow belly, red ringer, pet clown. Only had 4 eggs on 14. All 4 of them are out now.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
All right, looks like we got all the racer entries there. Thanks for commenting. We're going to show these snakes off. What up, Jay Slithers?
What up, Jay?
Josh? I always want to call you Jay because Jay Slithers instead of
I'm just gonna
Josh.
start calling you Jay.
Rig should be the top tier.
Just make sure you tune into the shit show. So the only non-banana is the only clown. Of course, it's duck and egg because it's a scary world right now. But yeah, I didn't think it was clown at first because like all I could see was like that. You can see the eye stripes and the nose. But yeah, it's a clown. Leopard clown stuff. There you go. Got a cool head.
They at least blackhead leopard. There's a lot. Big ass stranger.
I wouldn't doubt it. What do y'all think?
Those look pretty busy. No cheating today, Nick. We sick of it. What up, Kike? Kike!
Next, I think is a
What up,
banana
Adrian?
stranger, at least.
Yeah, it looks banana stranger. And there, I mean, yellow belly maybe, and then what was the other subtle? Oh, special. I don't know
Special.
about special. I would think it'd be brighter. So then again, we gotta
It
wait till it
does-
sheds too.
It is the brightest, lightest colored
It
one
is?
in
Okay.
the group. Yeah. It's definitely more orange than what's showing. It's more of a sherbet orange. There we go. Kind of see it more there.
Just a normal. I guess I'll take it if you don't want it. Nick needs a mail for his VTI clown project. Someone help him out.
And another leopard coral glow
That looks strange.
something situation. I wouldn't doubt it.
Let's keep it right there.
Great, the dope.
And last but not least,
Definitely not.
this
least.
was actually the first one we saw, the first one that was Pippin too.
Yeah.
This is the one we're probably gonna hang on to. Pretty sure it's coral glow and blackhead and stranger.
Probably yellow belly too.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. We'll test for like probably most of this actually just to be 100%. I mean,
And with the oranges in it and stuff, I wouldn't doubt special either. I think this is everything but leopard. And I think this is everything. Both everything as in non-visual clowns.
thank you, Kenny. Yeah, that other one looks real crazy.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
purples are like almost back into black.
Burgundy,
almost.
black,
Yeah, it's weird.
Black, like
Ooh, Nike. Thanks, Adrian. So, yeah, first gene that got laid for us in 26. That's what hatched out of it.
yeah, that's the first clutch of 26. This eggshell.
Give baby some new home. All right, so first set of races. 5 points to first place, 3 points to second, 2 points to third. Most points at the end of the show wins. We're doing 16 total races. Winner gets their pick of those prizes down there at the runner at the bottom. And we're off. We're off. What up, Litka?
Logan.
You're out of space, Nick. Bigfoot balls, Clayton.
Oh yeah, wait.
5 for Clayton, 3 for Socios, and 2 for Celtic. I'm gonna use my F&A credit for one of yours. You don't need all of it. What are you talking about, Nick? Oh, talking about getting racks off someone with F&A credit? Oh, fuzzy pussies. All right, Creative Reptiles. Elias up there with 5. There you go, Nick.
Oh yeah.
You're up there with 3.
Then Prince.
Prince.
Yep.
Prince on the board with 2.
Pythons.
2 more kitty races. By the way, everybody, if you want to take part in that this or that competition we're going to be doing, send in your best picture of a snake that you have, that you own.
Yeah, so far there's only 2.
We're going to do a light bracket and a dark bracket. So we're going to do the 8 best light snakes we pick out of what people send us, the 8 best dark snakes. And then we're going to pit the best light snake against the best dark snake and see what wins.
And hopefully it's not going to be 2 fucking snakes. Send your pictures, people.
So
Send your pictures.
My question is, what about if it's in the middle? If it's like a killer hypo look where it's just like oranges, yellows, purples, or a banana that's like a darker banana with oranges, yellows, purples, it's kind of in the middle of dark and light, what would we do with something like
I
that?
would just say like pretty much hypos are going to be light.
Or maybe ask the person what they would rather enter it in, maybe. Or, but yeah, I kind of agree too. Hypo should be light, but if it's kind of in the middle of them, like, oh damn, look at Prince over here.
But like even the dark stuff turns out to be like a lighter purple.
Right, right. Prince, you're in the lead with 7. RGI, the guests, appreciate you guys. You guys are on the board with 3. By the way, RGI actually did win a prize credit. They got a $50 credit, I think, with Vision Quest. So I don't know how they're going to decide who gets that. Maybe we'll have to run a race for them, like the members of RGI.
We ain't scared. We'll do it.
Big Sam on the board with 2. Last race for kittens.
Or fuzzy pussies.
Fuzzy pussies is so Unlock said.
Yeah.
Normals and darker should be in the darks.
Speaking of innuendo talk, look at how fuzzy Bigfoot Balls is.
Mitzi, whoever's donating me their points, let them know now. Thanks. I like it, Mitzi.
Shout out to Mitzi and Parker.
And yes, if anyone does want to donate any points to anyone else in the chat, just let us know before this next round of races is over. After
Yes,
the
please,
second
and thank
round,
you.
we can't do it.
And we're stoners, so we'll
That's
forget
the
to tell
rule.
you again, but there it is.
All City on the board with 5.
On the board with 5.
Mission on the board with 3.
Mission in the house.
And Big Sam, you add
Big
to your
Sam.
2, you double that, you're at 4. I'm going to go copy and paste the names. Everyone gets to keep all the racers they currently have.
This camera's been crooked. It's been killing me.
And right now, you guys are going to vote on the next set of races. There you go. We're going to go either sack race, pogo sticks, or emojis. Let you guys vote for a minute or two. Whoops. I just bumped the
It'll happen.
camera. Pogos. I figured it'd be either pogos or emojis, and that was the top two. It's like people jumping off, bouncing on sticks to see who comes in first is mad wild.
There's a bunch of innuendos right there. Not to mention, now we can talk about Bigfoot balls being bouncy.
Whoa!
Before we can talk about
shit.
them.
Emoji's coming back. It was like 6-2. Now it's 6-5. Those emojis were coming back.
Damn.
Give you another 10, 15 seconds to vote, and then we'll start the race. Looking like pogos, but
Yeah, so I actually got nailed Friday night.
oh, when we were feeding, right?
Yeah. She ended up still taking the mouse, or the rat, though. Big Gucci.
Okay, pogos and emojis are tied now. We need someone to hit that tiebreaker. Next vote takes it. Vote 2 or 3. Guess we might have to break the tie. Rigging this part is wild. Oh, it looks like emojis just pulled ahead. All right, we're going to go with emojis. Emojis it is.
Fucking emojis.
Those names transfer over. $147 names.
Oh, hell yeah.
This time we're going to send you to Breeder Underground. Shout out to Trevor and Hertz. I can't think of his first name for some reason. Is it Josh? Josh, yeah. I don't know why I was blanking on that. But shout out to Trevor and Josh.
Well, you can see the smoke coming.
We're going to give you the link, and you're going to just any words of positivity.
Oh, I couldn't remember either, to be completely honest. What? AJ couldn't remember something?
There's the link. I'm sure the first 3 have already commented, though, since how they didn't have to comment anything in particular. Let's see. J&S in there first again.
Oh,
Nick
shit.
unlocked in there.
Oh, shit.
And Big Sam.
Oh,
J&S,
shit.
Nick, and Big Sam get the extras.
Hell yeah.
All right. And after those first 3, let's see what we had.
And if you want the best day of merch in the game, hit up Nick over there, Forever Kennedy.
Hell yeah.
It's where the fuck it's at.
970 Robinson and C-Dub. You guys were right there, but you just barely missed that top 3.
And he just put out a post that he's doing hand drawing shit. Dude,
Oh, nice.
hell yeah.
Jamie Jordan Proxima.
That rodent devourer shit they did. Dope as hell.
The what now?
Rodent devourer. It's like a snake and it has like 3 rat heads at the bottom and shit.
Oh, nice. You find artwork? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's all death metal and shit. It's cool as fuck. Shit's tight, right? Yeah, so how much credit are we fucking giving people for sending in a picture of their most beautifulest snake?
We could probably do like I don't know, like 100 for first place, 50 for second, and 25 for like the third or something like that.
I like it. We have 3 participants now, so we have 3 fucking placers at least. So if you sent in a picture, if we were running it right now, you won something.
All right, I think we got all the entries. If you didn't get an entry, just look for the link. Matter of fact, I'll go get the link in and post it real quick. So nobody else sent anything in. Got it. And let me make sure I didn't miss any comments or anyone donating or anything. Oh, they're saying 970 commented first. Did I not get 970 in there? Oh. It said James Perry was the first 2 minutes ago, unlocked in Big Sam, and then 970. According to
On our end,
yeah, at least when I put newest comment.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
So should be right. Yeah, you guys can all submit like one dark, one light. If we're running low on photos, they might both get taken. If we're getting a lot of photos, we're only going to take the best ones, so it's possible neither one might get taken. But I'm guessing at least one will get taken because right as of now, what were you saying? We only have like 2 or 3, 3 people.
Yeah.
And we need 16. We need 8 light, 8 dark. So.
Well, or maybe 4 and 4 because 16 we talked a lot.
Basically, yeah, like if you want to send 1, maybe 2, like 1 light, 1 dark, that's fine. Just do your best light, your best dark. So that we're going to do next week, we'll probably do either the light bracket or the dark bracket. And then the following week, we'll do whatever we didn't do the previous week and then put the winner of that up against the winner of the previous week. And so we'll be able to figure it out in 2 weeks. So it was originally 1 per person, Tara, and then someone proposed the idea of doing light snakes versus dark snakes. So I figured I'd let people send in 1 light and 1 dark if they wanted, just in case we don't accept. And then if they happen to both get accepted.
What if it's a snake in the middle ground, though?
That's what I was saying earlier. Like if it's kind of like an orange snake that's just oranges and purples and like doesn't really have darks or whites or lights, then I guess we just have to kind of ask the person what they would like to enter it as, light or dark. I'm up for suggestion too.
I think that we should only do 1 snake because, like, what if somebody specializes in dark stuff? You know? And they only have 1 entry as opposed to the person who has 2 entries.
I guess, yeah. So I guess. So what do you guys think in the chat? Should you guys be able to send 1 or 2 snakes?
74.
You're going to be sending your pictures to our Instagram.
Yeah, the Instagram.
Instagram Messenger. So yeah, you're basing it strictly on what you think is going to get the most votes from the audience as being the better looking snake. So yeah, I wouldn't necessarily take price into account because we don't tell people the genetics generally either until the snake loses or wins. So we're just going to show 2 pictures of snakes. People won't know anything about the genetics until either one wins or loses.
You want something pretty, something so pretty.
So John is suggesting maybe that people can send, and a lot of people actually are putting 2s in the chat. They want to be able to send 2. And John's suggesting maybe they send 2 and we just pick 1.
Yeah.
So that could be kind of fair. It would be maybe unfair to have 2 from one person, I guess.
Especially if we end up with a few different entries and shit. If we end up with 16 entries, then nobody's getting chosen twice.
So yeah, if you want to send either your 2 best dark snakes, your 2 best light snakes, or 1 dark and 1 light, we will pick the best one we think that will that'll go forward, basically, out of the 2 you send us. And if me and AJ can't agree, maybe we'll flip a coin or something.
Or play bloody knuckles. What?
Yeah, exactly. Just send us like a couple pictures and we'll choose. But yeah, Instagram, S Balls. Like it. Oh yeah, I think we got everyone here. All right. Good luck on this set of races. Second set of races.
Fucking emojis. What the fuck is an emoji?
And we got Prince Pythons in the lead with 7. And then we got the 5-point club going. Bigfoot Balls, Creative Reptiles, and All City.
Yeah.
Hi. One in that 5-point club.
Nice.
Shout out to Brian.
Great.
And then we got Locked and Loaded, the prize sponsor.
Shout out to Frank.
We got 3 on the board, and then Jamie Lasalle with 2.
Yeah. F&A salsa. Coming soon.
Hopefully. Right,
Maybe.
Trevor? Just
Sometime.
kidding.
Once we get our shit together.
I need to hit Morph Market up too and see if it's going to be, if we're going to be allowed to put like a salsa as long as it's in another box or whatever in with the snakes, because I don't want to do it if it's not. We wind up.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a thing.
Robinson.
We definitely have to have a
A
bigger
separate box. That's what I was thinking.
like a box in a box, which is already a big box. I don't know, maybe.
I mean,
We
we
can
just got a
see.
box for the salsa. It'd be like that.
Right.
Yeah, it wouldn't be like one snake. It would have to be a 12x9 box.
So, yeah.
But it's not like the price goes up that much from a 12x9 from an 8x8 compared to trying to ship a jar of salsa for $15 or $20 separately, you know?
Sure.
So, Robinson, you are on the board with 5. Dambala on the board with 3. Oh, shit. And Robinson got fucking 3rd, so he's actually got 7.
Damn.
Tied for 1st with Prince.
Hell yeah. Ties are fun.
2 more emoji races. Sorry, I'm not paying attention to comments.
I know how that goes. I'm also not paying attention to
Oh,
comments.
Robinson says his points go to Jamie. Which Jamie, Robinson? Jamie Lasalle, Jamie Tire God.
Oh, right. That is important. Right.
Jamie from Morph. Yeah, even Jamie's like, which Jamie?
Which Jamie's like which Jamie?
Oh, okay, I think he's talking to Jamie Lasalle.
Hell yeah.
Yep, he's talking Jamie Lasalle. Dude, my middle name is Jamie Kenny. Apparently, E-Reptile is Jamie too. But no, he was talking Jamie Lasalle. So thanks for doing that. I think I might let's see. Because you just got 7 on that one, so that puts, oh nice, and you're right next to Jamie Lasalle, so that's gonna make it easy.
Right.
Combine. It's at 9 now. So Jamie Lasaw is in the lead with 9. Let's see here, though. We got Jay Slithers on the board now with 5. Voodoo, Tara on the board with 3. Big Sam adds to his 4. Damn, Sam, you got 3 third-place appearances, but you're good enough. That's good enough to put you in third. You got 6 points behind Prince with 7 and Jamie Lasaw. Oh, I'm sorry, you're in third. That's right, because it's Jamie that's getting all those points. So that's Jamie with 9, Prince with 7, and Big Sam with 6. 2 more emoji races. Laugh out loud, everyone Jamie this week. I was going to say, I didn't think Reptile was Jamie. Oh, no worries, Reptile. I'll say, I thought he was Mike again, like another Mike. I might be wrong. Sorry. Stoner memory. These emoji races are making me sad.
Yes.
All right.
Where's the robots?
I'll let him vote on robots next week. I usually do have robots in there somewhere. Salsa, I'm a flush it. Fuck you, Nick.
Oh, maybe
Yep,
you don't get no
E-Reptile
salsa.
E-Reptile is Mike. Okay. Didn't remember right. With all the Mikes and Jamies and there's definitely a lot of Mikes and Jamies. Cue Ball. Show sponsor, one of the prize sponsors. Cue Ball. 5 for Cue Ball. Gambala, that doubles your score to 6.
Nice.
And Kenny on the board with 2. Last emoji race.
And he says, I quit. Wait, I take it back.
Pound
Yep.
sand.
Proxima's a mic too.
Right. And like Ramery, and then Mike, English Mike, and like the Mike we met with the monitors, and like there's a lot of them for sure.
Right. Nick, if you're gonna shave your toe hair, you gotta shave it into mohawks.
Whoa,
Want to see mohawks?
that's precision.
Yes.
Frank,
Put in the work. Do some plucking.
damn, Frank's in second place now. Frank got 8 points. Socios, that puts you up to 6, doubles your score. And C-Dub, you on the board with 2. Copy and paste them names.
Or this kill. Because we rigged it that way. Not quite sure how, but that's what we've been accused of. So fuck yeah.
All right, here's the next vote for the next set of races there, people. We got vote 1 for real camels, 2 for real horses, or 3 for real greyhounds.
Time to get real. So if they're all real, you just probably type in greyhounds, camels.
It's not counting the votes. Hold on, guys. I don't know what's going on here. Let me reset.
Oh, son of a bitch.
There we go.
All right, everybody revote.
Go ahead and revote. For some reason, it wasn't counting.
That is awesome. You just watch the fucking pause and the fucking shit real quick. Okay, now everybody's revoting. Fuck yeah. Thank you.
Oh, man,
Because
three-way
we forgot to
tie.
rig it.
Oh, real greyhounds winning now.
You guys better pick the one we rigged.
Better pick the one we read. 10 votes. We got 34 watching. Vote for what you want to race next, people.
Right. And thank you for being here. If you already voted, vote again.
Right? Just to make sure. Oh, Greyhounds is winning now. We got Jamie Lasaw in first with 9. Locked and Loaded with 8 in second. And then we got Prince in third with 7. Big Sam and Socios and Dambala all tied with 6.
Oh, yeah. 6-point club.
Right? They said, fuck the 5-point club.
Right? Raising the bar. I like it.
All right, we're going to go with Greyhounds then. Realistic Greyhounds.
Well, we appreciate that too. Just watching the watch. Much appreciated.
All right, and next we're going to send you to RGI's recent video.
Hell yeah. Get to
And-
know the new guy.
Right. You're going to go shout the new guy out. Say welcome, Nick, in the video comments.
Please and thank you.
Nick Miller is his name. You can just put Nick, though.
You have to write hello and welcome, Nick Wheeler, and then you have a paragraph explaining why you're looking forward to it. No, you don't. Oh, already getting duns in chat. Dun, 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 dun.
All right, let's see. Looks like C-Dub was first. Jordan Socio second, JNS third.
Hell yeah. If you're not the only Nick, then I'm pretty sure you're definitely the only big dick unit.
Whoa.
Or Nick Tater.
Spring Creek, Evolve, and Nick just barely too slow.
Let down your families. What?
Too slow for that extra racer, I meant. Like, you still
Yeah.
get the extra rate, like one racer.
Nick's been popping pills. He's huge dick. Exactly, DJ. DJ just put big eyes like, oh fuck. Shout out to DJ. That is crazy wild. That is crazy wild.
All right, looks like we got all the entries here. Appreciate y'all for going and commenting there.
Right. And you already know. Please and thank you on liking, subscribing to these people. I'm sure a lot of you are already subscribed to. There's more. We're in like 90 fucking 8 or 3 or something.
Only like 91 here today, but man, just this basement gets hot sometimes.
Oh, it's saying 96.
Oh, it says 91 on the computer.
Huh.
That's all. 970.
You just had your pin. Did you accidental magician it? I'm a really good accidental magician. I can just have something and then all of a sudden it's gone. And I'm like, what the fuck did I do with that?
That's just
Fuck, it drives me crazy all the time.
970 Proxima. You guys are both on the board now. Voodoo, Tara, you're up to 5.
Still looking for a multi-tool I did that with, apparently.
You haven't found your multi-tool
That
yet?
orange one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Crazy. All right, second Greyhound race. Oh shit, Forge fam.
Bam!
Forge fam on the board, right? Yeah, that was their first win. They'll keep me in check if I'm wrong. Like last week when I
Right.
fucking almost fucked up. 5 points for more Forge.
Fred can be human too.
Locked and loaded. Damn, Frank is in the lead now with 11.
Oh, fuck.
Right? Jay Slithers, that puts you up to 7. I think you're tied for 3rd place there.
13th.
Frank said he doesn't want his credits. Yeah, JNS, you are not on the board yet. But so you know how it goes. Sometimes you can win a couple races in a row, and that's 10 points, bam, out of nowhere. Like, it can turn around quick. Unlock. There you go, Nick. Puts you up to 8. All City up to 8 as well. And Mitzi, is that your first points? Yep, Mitzi's on the board with 2. Big Sam. All right, that puts Big Sam tied for the lead now at 11.
Yeah.
Alphabet Man, PCP on the board, 3. And Robinson. Let's see, that puts you donated yours to Jamie, so that puts Jamie up to 11. And also tied for the lead. We got a three-way tie for first place. We got Big Sam locked and loaded and Jamie LaSalle tied at 11 for first.
Damn.
Final Greyhound race. Some type of enhancer. Or Forge Fam. See, look at that. Forge Fam got 2 wins with these Greyhound races.
Nice.
So, yeah, Forge Fam up to 10 now. And in second place, Robinson. Here's goes to Jamie. Jamie's in first place outright now with 14. And JNS, hey, there you go, JNS, you're on the board.
Boom.
We still got another 4 races to go. So there's a chance you get a couple wins. I mean, get you guys voting on the last set of races here. Make sure it's reset this time. Okay, it is. Exotic cars, number 1. Vote 2 for planes, 3 for motorbikes, or 4 for tractors.
One, 2, 4, 3, 3, 2, 1. What if we all did live in a yellow submarine, man?
My computer's being really slow right now. I wonder how it's coming in weird.
Everybody, make sure your live is live.
Make sure our live is live too.
Yeah.
All right, what do we got? Looks like exotic cars. All right.
Oh, shit.
There's all the previous names. Next, we're going to send you to Blue Zombie Morphs Thunderdome show.
Hell yeah.
You're going to comment, "Welcome to the Thunderdome." Welcome to the Thunderdome. You said fuck. And here's the link to that. I'm sure the fast ones have already gone and made their way there and posted. Oh, got 2 in there. Who is it? We got it. Unlocked in there first. JNS in there second.
Damn.
Oh, man, Unlocked, you didn't write the right thing, man. I can't count it. He's like, I got to get there first. I don't care if I write the right thing.
You just couldn't wait anymore.
Looks like Tire God and Robinson got in there second and third.
You did have one where you were just like, write anything.
Right.
Maybe he was just hoping it was going to be.
Right. I'm sure he was.
Yo, thunk his damn self.
We got Jordan 970, Jamie LaSalle.
He said, "Psh, I fixed it."
I fixed it.
Adrian says, so my name is going on the list.
If you followed the link and you commented "Welcome to Thunderdome" on that video, then yes, your name will go on the list.
And then we will research your background.
Research your background.
What? It's not that kind of a list. Oh, yeah. We will send you spam email. No.
Yeah, like I'm not looking at the chat and seeing who's typing done. I'm just going to the video and seeing who's actually typing comments.
Exactly. If you don't actually go to the link that he left and type the comment, then you're not getting it. You could be. Just go type it. Ooh.
Spring Creek Evolve. Besides, we live in a yellow submarine tunnel.
All right. That's why I said.
That's what I'm saying, people. I don't look at comments. I'm too busy looking at the video comments.
Right.
You're already on the list. You know what list. Here's the. I'll give you the link again, and then just follow that, and you can really type anything at this point.
Yeah.
Welcome to Thunderdome is really only important for the people trying to get that extra racer.
The tryhards. The sweaty tryhards. What? That's what gaming terminology is
Awesome.
called.
Got you, Adrian. I think we got everyone.
Yeah.
And Adrian, just so you know, you only got one racer in there this week out of all, because like you just got in here at the end. But if you get in here when we start the races, you can get a chance to get more racers, as well as if you're in the Patreon or a prize sponsor. That's
Right.
why a lot of these people have like a lot of names in here.
And our Patreon is just a savings account. If you like what we're breeding, it all goes to a purchase or whatever anyway.
All righty.
Hell yeah. Run it.
Run it.
Oh shit, that car looks like it's out of blinker fluid.
Love you too, Benji.
Hell yeah, Benji.
Robinson, aka Jamie Lasaw, this week.
Hell yeah.
That puts Jamie up to 19 and in the lead outright. Actually, she already had the lead anyway with 14. Increasing that lead. And there you go, JNS. You're up to 5. Let's go. You got a chance.
Right.
Cue ball, you're up to 7. 3 more races.
That did not taste like magic.
Doesn't sound familiar to me. Paul.
What's that?
Ryan Lewis from the Gray Seal on North Market. I know a Devin Lewis. Robinson, damn, Robinson's killing it for Jamie.
I know a Huey Lewis. He was involved in a news program.
Robinson, aka Jamie Lasaw, up to 24 points. I think Jamie pretty much locked up first place there.
Nice.
Big Sam, you are up to 14.
Oh, shit.
Which is second place. And let's see, Haynes Gang, our newest Patreon affiliate. Appreciate you, Dominic. Haynes Gang is on the board with 2. We got 2 more exotic car races, and then we'll figure out who won. But it's looking like Jamie won.
Right. We'll see who came in second.
Right. We'll see, because we got basically there's 7 or 8 prizes. So if you're in that top 8, stick around because you're going to get something.
Yep.
And was it Celtic that won that one? Looks like it.
Looks like it.
Yep, Celtic Balls.
And then fucking Jordan twice.
Oh, shit.
Jordan 5 points the hard way.
Damn. Well, that put Celtic up to 7. Jordan, that'll put you up to 11. Been a minute since you got any points. So you're tied with Locked and Loaded with 11.
Hell yeah.
And I think that's tied for 3rd. We got 24 from Jamie, 14 for Big Sam, 11 for Locked and Loaded and Socio, and then 10 for Morph. So last race. Jesus effing Christ. Is Jesus tap dancing Christ? What?
We just say Gersh.
Yeah, I was going to say, Jamie, like all your points are coming from Robinson this week. I think you got 2, and then Robinson got the rest. Spring Creek Kenny. Where does that put you? I know you had points. Where are you at? Oh, you only had 2, though. But that puts you up to 7. You might be in the running for a prize there, Kenny. Damn. Bigfoot. He was our first winner of the day. Finally got some more points. Up to 8. And Nick, unlocked. There you go, bud. Up to 10. You should be in the running for a prize. Right. Let's see what we got here. So, obviously, Jamie Lasaw won. Jamie, you get first choice. Everything's available. And then Big Sam is going to be second place, it looks like. So it'll go Jamie, and then Big Sam will get second choice. And then we're going to have to do, looks like a tiebreaker between Locked and Loaded and Socios. Jamie says she wants that F&A. You got it, Jamie. Okay, second, Big Sam. Hopefully you're in here, Big Sam. The $50 F&A credit is taken and everything else is available. So it's your choice. Big Sam. And then we'll go run the tiebreaker. And unlock Nick, you're going to be in the next tiebreaker race, so stick around. For this one.
Locked and Loaded, he says.
Oh, Big Sam?
Yeah.
Nice. Hell yeah. Thanks, Big Sam.
Hell yeah.
So 50 Locked and Loaded for Big Sam. Now we're doing Socios and Locked and Loaded. And, well, actually, I should just go ahead and say, Jordan, go ahead and pick, because I know Frank's not here, so.
Unless you're here, Frank, yell at us.
Frank, are you here?
We don't think you're here.
I don't think he's here.
Right. There's a chance.
I'll wait. 10, 9, 8.
765
76543. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Frank ain't here. Okay, Jordan wants the RGI test. You got it.
And if Frank is here, we'll just give him credit for us then.
Damn, Jordan is making out on those RGI tests. And then we got, so we're going to give Frank 4th place, and we'll assign a prize to him. More Forge and Unlocked.
I thought you just misspelled rig.
Uh-huh.
I thought you just misspelled rig for rigged.
Oh.
RGI. Shout out to RGI.
Fuck yeah.
Putting in the hard work, making things easy.
Gotta limit him to 2 tests a month. All right. So this will figure out 5th and 6th, right?
I mean, to be completely honest, Jordan told you all his plans. He told you guys, like, every time I get the chance, I'm going with the fucking test.
Right.
He ain't no liar.
Well, they're just holding them for me.
Right?
Hey, glad it's helping you out, Jordan.
Yeah.
All right, looks like unlocked out of nowhere with the fucking nitrous.
Oh shit!
He kicked the nitrous on at the last minute. So unlock, you get next pick. Your 5th place. RGI test, locked and loaded, and F&A are gone.
He says, "Pay to win." He must have paid us.
Well, I'm still waiting on that. I'm just kidding.
I think he had a heart attack. He's not commenting now. There he is. He says he doesn't want to donate it to Bitsy. Wait, what? No. He says give him the Socios.
All his shed tests he's for you. All right, so you taking the 50 for Socios.
And then Morph says Vision Quest.
All right, you got it, Morph. Thanks for being on it.
Hell yeah. We appreciate that.
Okay, so what do we got left? So remaining prizes left, we got 50 to Proxima Reptilis, 50 to Cue Ball Morphs, and 50 to J Slithers, as well as the $10 Morph coins. So we have 4 prizes left.
Use your forging coin.
Damn, we got 10 prizes this week. So next up, we got anyone with 9 points? I don't see any 9-pointers. 8 points. We got Bigfoot Balls. We got All City.
Make that a hashtag. Use your forging coin.
Okay, Bigfoot and All City. It looks like we're doing a tiebreaker with you two to get the next 2 spots, 7th and 8th.
Yep, we got it, Sammy. Sammy's asking if we got that money. Yes.
No, I didn't. Send it again. I'm just kidding.
Send it twice more.
Okay, so it was Bigfoot and All City. All right, so 7th and 8th place being decided here. Bigfoot, All City, are you guys in here? I don't think Bigfoot was in here all day, so he's probably not here. Nick, I didn't get that my money. Yes, definitely give Forge Fam the follow on YouTube and make sure you're tuned into their shows.
Yeah. Please and thank you.
All right. All City, you get next choice, Cookie Main.
Cookie Main. Let's choose, man. Let's choose.
All City 7th, Bigfoot 8th. And then we got several of you tied at 7, so we'll have to figure out who gets those last 2 spots.
I ain't tried them yet myself, but I hear their cookies are as beautiful as they are delicious, and vice versa.
And Prince, you are part of that 7-point club, so stick around. All City, are you here? Bigfoot, are you here?
All City, Bigfoot. All City, Bigfoot. If
not, we're going to go ahead and move on and run the next
74, 73,
tiebreakers.
72.
This will be to decide the last two spots, 9th and 10th. We got Celtic Balls, Prince Reptiles. We got J Slithers, Cue Ball, Spring Creek. I think that's it. Seven-point club. All right, this will be for 9th and 10th place.
That's a lot of places.
I didn't see All City or of course Bigfoot. Yeah, he wasn't here all day. So All City was here earlier, so I figured he might have checked. So it's looking like 9th and 10th are going to get some good selections here, good choices. Right. Oh, Celtic, they're not going to be here. Prince, you got the next choice. Prince Pythons. Or is it Prince Pythons or Prince Reptiles?
Reptiles.
Reptiles, there it is. Okay.
I
So,
was saying
Prince,
pythons too. I'm sorry.
the remaining prizes we got left, we got 50 to Proxima, 50 to Cue Ball, 50 to J Slithers, or $10 more Forge coin.
He's gonna go cry in the corner now. I'm sorry.
Thanks, Jordan.
Hell yeah, Jordan.
Oh, you want the Forge coin, Prince? You got it.
Hell yeah.
It's probably like, yeah, I can use that for F&A if I need to.
Lots of options with the Forge coin.
So Celtic got 9. So I got to get something for them. Prince got 10. He wants the Forge coin. All right. We got it. Thanks you all for tuning in. And be sure you send in those pictures to our Instagram if you want to take part in the this or that competition. Your best.
Another way to get more credit.
Right. We're going to do, what did I say, 100 for first, 50 for second, and like 25 for third?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
So, and actually, maybe we'll do 25 for third and fourth, because technically that's going to be a runner-up in the dark and a runner-up in the light. So those will both get 25, actually. So 200 bucks in prizes we're giving out for this competition. You just have to send your best light and or dark snake. You can send 2 picks. We're going to keep the best one. We're only going to keep one.
Python.
Ball python, right? Ball python morphs. You got to let us know the genes in it. We aren't going to let them know the genes when we show it. We need to know it
in the picture.
Yeah, we need to know it for when it does lose or when it wins, so that we can tell the genes at that time.
Right. We try to put the whiteout on our screen and it doesn't work. Everybody still sees it.
Wait a minute. Are you changing? You want cue ball instead, Prince? You got it. I'll change that to cue ball.
I don't think his live is live.
Right. All right, so I got you down for 50 to cue ball, Prince. What up, Dylan?
What's happening, Dylan?
Scared my berms will beat them balls. We could do like a this or that with berms some week if you have other berm breeders that might want to compete in something like that. Be down, shit.
Or we could do like a fucking this or that anything edition.
Yeah, we could do like an anything edition and just like combine different things. That'd be
If you got a dope ass car, like we could make it like anything if we wanted.
I don't think our feed is behind. I think your feed is behind.
Yeah, your fetus is behind.
Your fetus is behind. Oh, sounds like you might have some Forge coin though, Prince. So I don't know. Figure it out. I got you down for the cue ball though, so let me know if you want to change your mind. Message me or whatever. But, yeah. Until next week, we'll probably do that first bracket tournament thing of the this or that next week. So send in those picks.
Your chances are good as fuck right now. That's for sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Until then. Everyone take care of each other, and we'll see you then.